Hi, this is Abba from Scrappy Mania, and today I'm excited to show you a new technique. It's going to involve some stamping with my, stamping with my stencil. I'm going to use some Versamark or brayer, and I'm going to put this wood grain stencil. I'm going to lay it on my paper, and I'm going to give it a wood grain finish. Then it's going to involve some thread, some crocheting, and I'm going to crochet a little lace trim on my paper. And you're going to need crochet, you're going to need a crochet needle, you're going to need Versamark, and you're going to need a brayer and a stencil. So the first thing we're going to do, and these are my homemade stencils that I create. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and apply my stencil on my paper, and then I'm going to use my brayer, and I'm going to put some Versamark on the background here. So I'm going to keep doing this until I get a nice coverage, and I'm going to cover my whole stencil, my whole paper with that background, and I'll be back. So now that I put my embossing my stencil and I have the background, I want to put some detail, just a little detail powder and there's my detail, as you can see it. And now I'm going to go ahead carefully, oops, I'm going to go ahead and emboss it, and I'll be back. One trick for picking up powder, see how there's powder all over my counter, is you get these cloth, Swiffer, and this picks up, and I even got it on my computer, some of the embossing powder, but this picks it up very nicely, and it stays on this cloth. So I have a nice, at this point everything is nice and coated, and now what I want to do is I want to take my any kind of punch holder. I'm going to use my cinch, but if you do have the binder all, you can use that. If you have just a regular hole puncher, you can always do your holes, measure the holes out, and use your punch. But I'm going to use the cinch, and what I want to do is I want to create holes for my crocheting, and then okay. And now basically I just have some holes on the side of my cardstock. And now I want to, this is where my crochet comes in play. So I'm going to go ahead and take, so I'm going to show you how to start your beginning loop for your crochet. So first you create one loop. So here I'm going to do it again. So you create one loop, and then you place a second loop from the bottom and then pull it up, and that creates your slip knot. So I'm going to do it again. You create one loop, then another loop underneath, and pull it up, and then pull it tight, and that's your slip knot. And there you have it. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and take my crochet needle, and I'm going to start, I'm going to bring this over behind my hole, and what I do, I want to create a nice little lace on the edge here. So I'm going to take, I'm not that great at crocheting, but so I'm going to bring my crochet thread to the back. I'm going to go over the hole, pick up that crochet, leave the crochet on the back of my paper and then go through the 2 holes like you see here. Okay, so there, I created one. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna pick some up, so I'm gonna bring some thread, pick it up on my crochet needle, go inside the hole, grab, like I said, I'm not the greatest, but with practice make perfect. And I learned it on YouTube, so go ahead and, I'm not the greatest teacher on this, but go ahead and kind of search the YouTube for crocheting. And then I'm going to bring it over, and then another one, bring it over, and then I'm going to make another chain. What I want to make is a little bump on your paper. So I'm going to go ahead, because I'm struggling with my crocheting. I'm not the greatest, so go ahead and Google on the internet how to crochet, and there's a lot better instructors out there that can teach you how to do this. I learned this a long time ago, so I'm getting kind of back in the groove of things, and I just had the idea that, you know, it would be nice to create your own like lacy crochet trim for your layout using my holes. So I'm gonna do it off camera. I'll be back. If you want to do it, just go on the YouTube, learn how to crochet before you attempt this technique, but I promise you it's gonna look gorgeous. So I'll be back. Okay, so the last thing we did was I left you with doing the crochet. So I went ahead and crocheted on the edge of my paper. Okay, and it came out pretty good, but I'm not the best crochet. I've been practicing, so it could be better, but I think it came out pretty good. So we're going to use this. I also had some other crochet flowers that I'm planning to use that I've been practicing. And I got this one. Even though it's a little bulky, I may or may not use this one. I do have some pink ones that I've been practicing. And some other ones. I'm also going to be using some dolls that I cut some time ago out of the Die Cut with a View vintage paper. So I'm going to be using that. But, and also, I'll make the decision which base cardstock I want to use. I have 3 here. I'm not sure which one is going to look better. I'm leaning more towards the black, but I might use the gray. I might use the brown one. Actually, the brown one looks nice too. Or the gold. I'm not sure which one of these I'm going to be using. I found this frame, and this frame is from the This and That collection from Division of My Mind's Eye. This is a 2002. Actually, it has a copyright of 2002, so this is very old. It's almost 10 years old. It's over 10 years old. So I found this in the stash of my embellishments. I bought it a long time ago in QVC, so I have tons of frames and I'm going to plan to use it. So we need to take our old stash out and start using it. So this year, let's make a resolution. Let's use our stuff. This is another sticker that I got some time ago. It's from My Mind's Eye. No, from Making Memories. So I'm going to use this also. And I'm planning to make a title says Perfect Picture or something like that. Picture Perfect. And then I'm going to be using this that says Beautiful. That's going to be a title. But basically the inspiration for this layout came out of not only the lace. So after I did the crochet, after I did the crochet, I decided that I wanted to put something pretty. So I created this dress form. So I made this dress form. I took some pattern paper and I made the bodice and then the dress. And you know, after I made it, I could have flared it out a little more, but that's okay. I'm going to use it this way. This is my first one. Any other ones will probably be a little different. I might cut the body a little bigger or whatnot. Then going to use the bowl. I used a bowl, and that bowl was the embellishment that came in the center of this. It came with a bowl, and so I cut that out and I put that there with my rhinestones. And these are some trim that I found at Hobby Lobby, and it's just a nice little sparkly trim. I'm also going to use a doily, and then I'm going to use this doily that I cut some time ago too. I'm thinking about using these. And I went ahead and cut a lot of my flowers and embellishments. And I'm going to try to use all this stuff, and I even have a little rhinestone silhouette here, so I'm going to use that. So let's go ahead and get started. I really don't know where this is going, but hopefully in this video we'll have a nice product at the end. So the first thing I need to decide is my base page. Now I do not want to use the whole piece, so I'm going to cut this, and I really need to, the next thing is I want to see how it looks. So let's look and see. This kind of looks nice. Actually, I like this. So let's see the gold. I don't think I like the gold because if you can see it, it's just too, it doesn't, it kind of loses its way in the background, and it does not look, to me it does not look good. It's like it matches too much the frame and the necklace. There's not enough contrast. I don't think I like that. And then the black, because I have a black tie, and then if I put this here, it might look okay. So let's look at the other embellishments. I'm going to put this here, this here. I think it's just too much contrast. I think if I put the black, even though I do have the black bow, this is the only black that I have. Everything else is kind of a brown and subtle colors. I don't think I like that. I think the best combination I can see here is my brown paper underneath. Okay, so I went ahead and, let's see, put this. I went ahead and put the doilies, so I cut it in half, and I put the doilies there. I inked them, and then this is, I'm going to put my title here. Then what I did is I went ahead and backed my frame with some paper because I really didn't like how it was looking without the paper. So I'm going to put that there. And I already put some foam adhesive. The reason why I put some foam adhesive because I want to bring it up a little bit. And because this is kind of bulky, I wanted to just help it along and put it there so it'll be a little raised. Then the next thing I'm going to go ahead and put, I'm going to use my foam, my Dressform, and I'm going to put it there. I went ahead and I used some silver. I didn't want to put brown because it was too dark. The brown that I had was too dark and it was too contrasting. The gold is just, I think it will work best because it's not going to take away from the other embellishments that I'm going to place on my picture. And I'm just putting some Scotch tape. This Scotch tape, I got it at Hobby Lobby. And it's perfect. It's actually acid free. It was in the scrapbooking aisle. It actually was in the clearance section. And you can put regular Scotch tape, but this one actually on the package it said it was acid free. And it just dispenses the correct amount, and then you just, when you slide this up, it cuts the tape like I did earlier. So I really like that. Okay, so now I'm going to put back my title. And see, I like that look a little better because I can hide my holes. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my frame. And I left it open so that way I can slip a picture in there. I put some adhesive foam on the back. Peel the adhesive. So I want to put, I was going to put some more layers, but as I was putting layers here and stuff, it didn't look right. So I decided to just leave it plain. I'm going to bring this over just a tad because I want to make sure my dress form fits within my page. So the next big item, so these are big bulky items, so the next big item I want to do is put my dress form. And this dress form I created using, there was a pattern that I downloaded from the, let me get it for you if I can find it. Here it is. So there was this DIY dish. Is a dress form, and what she did is she created a pin cushion using this dress form. I downloaded the pattern, so if you go on DIYdish.com and then you search for dress form, you'll find a pattern for this. And there's also a YouTube video on creating the mannequin with that dress form. You might want to go ahead and check that out. And I think I'm going to create one of those dress forms. Pin cushion, because I do like sewing, so I think I'm going to do that. So what I did is I cut out the dress form, then I created this pleated dress with paper. I freehand cut the bodice, and then I put some lace. This lace I got it from Laura, my good friend Laura, and she's from Laura Love Lace. Go ahead and check out her channel, and she has a lot of projects that she does and scrapbooks and things like that. So I really like to look at what she's doing. So go ahead and check out her channel, Laura Love Lace. And so she gave me this lace and I love it. So I thought it's perfect for this project. So then the next thing I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and I put more double adhesive on here because when I lay this down, see there's some dimension already from the dress. So I want this to lay flat against the dress. So that's why I needed to put two double foam tape. So that way when I lay it down, it lays flat. And let me go ahead and lay, I want the head and then the body. Okay. So now I think that looks good. So the next piece of my layout is I got all these embellishments that I've cut out, and I want to see how I want this will look. So I'm going to go ahead and put that swirl there. So let's see how that looks. And I really don't have a sketch for this. I'm just trying to use up the embellishments that I already cut out and had it in a box. So I just kind of going with the flow. Gotta make sure that you can still put the picture in here. So let's see. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and it's still gonna be okay. So once I place the picture, then I can push that down. I just don't want to interfere with being able to slid my pictures under here. Okay. Okay, so the next thing, let's see, what are we going to do? So I do want to put picture perfect, and I think this will fit perfect here. And, or maybe here. Actually, that will look better there because I want to go ahead and put some embellishments. I'm going to put capture the moment, so we can write a little bit there. This is a little date stamp, and this is actually from Technique Tuesday. I got it at Amazon for like $1.49. It was real cheap. So I'm going to go ahead and place that there. Let's see. I have a stamp that has a shoe stamp. And I'm just trying to see what's the best place to lay this. And I do have a lip. And I might not use these. I don't think I want to use that. I want to make it very delicate. I do want to use this here. And I'm going to go ahead and put another foam adhesive on the back here. I want to be careful that I don't put any adhesive inside my frame, because I want to leave that open so that way I can insert my picture. Okay, so let me go ahead and place this here. And I can go ahead and circle the date and, oops, and the date there. I'll go ahead and place this here. Again, I don't want to put anything here because I want to be able to slide my picture. And I might put the title there, but before I decide on where to put the title, if it's down here or up here, because I want to create clusters. So let me go ahead and look at some more embellishments. I do like this flower, so I might well put there, that embellishment there. Do have a butterfly. I love butterflies, so I think that will look cute there. And I did have some smaller flowers. This is this one here, and then a smaller flower here. Okay, so let me go ahead and put a little bit of foam adhesive. Okay, I'm going to put this one first. Then I'm going to place my butterfly. Actually, let me place this flower first. And then let me go ahead and put my butterfly right on top of the flowers. Actually, let me go ahead and lift that up. So I'm going to go ahead and put the title and I'll be back. Okay, the last thing I want to do is I want to put these photo corners on here on my layout. So I'm going to use, let's see what kind of tape. I use this tape. With my stamp tape, and I'm going to stamp some adhesive. I found this tape. I got it at Hobby Lobby. Also was on sale, like $1.49. So I got a couple of them. They were on clearance. It just needed something there, so I wanted to put a photo corner there. I was going to put another photo corner here, just to complete the antique kind of old style layout. I think it lends itself, this antique photo corners, like in the old scrapbooks that your mother have around. So I think I'm done. I think I like that there, so I'm going to go ahead and put buttons there. And I'm going to call it a day. My page is complete. So there is my layout. So here's my dolly. This is my new technique of crocheting. You make your holes, then you crochet and just make a little lace edge on your paper. This dress form is from DIYdish.com, and you download the dress form and just cut it out like I did here. And then you just dress it up with some pattern paper, just cut freehand cut the bodice. I'm not an artist and I can do this, so definitely you'll be able to free cut the bodice and put it on your dress form. And then I pleated my my paper, and then I put some trim, some lacy trim on the bottom, put a little bit of lacy trim on here. These are some rhinestones trim that I got at a fabric store. My little antique or elegant little lady that I cut out of paper from Die Cut with a View. And then I put some photo corners. So that's it. So I really hope you like this layout. I hope I inspire you to even at least create the dress form or try your hand at crocheting little embellishments for your page. Thank you for watching. I hope you like it. Bye.